Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother shot there from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this is just going to be spotlighting a few articles in my neck of the woods, Chicago. And hey, man, this city is through. This city is completely through. One of them I want to take a look at is, let's see, Macy's. Macy's water. I think it's, let me type in leaving. Yep. This is it. It's the old Chicago Tribune. All right. We're not going to read the whole thing, but read enough of it. This is it says Mayor Macy's considering leaving Water Tower Place. Okay, it says Macy's is considering leaving its store in Water Tower Place. Now, if you've ever been here to Chicago, you know the Water Tower is one of those big time tourist attraction, and a lot of fancy high end stores are in there. But nonetheless, it says Mayor Lori Lightfoot said at Friday's news conference. Lightfoot, who announced increased security measures in the Loop this weekend after unrest earlier in the week, pushed back when asked about a report suggesting recent looting was a factor in the retailer's potential exit. Hundreds of people smashed windows and looted stores along Michigan Avenue and other parts of the Loop early Monday morning, marking the second time this summer retailers in downtown shopping districts were targeted. And Lightfoot says, my understanding is that Macy's notified the property owners at Water Tower back in February that they probably were not going to renew their lease, Lightfoot said. Reporting suggesting the move was a reaction to the unrest is just simply false, she said, which we all know is a lie. Okay? It says, Cranes report Thursday that Macy's was considering leaving its location in the North Michigan Avenue Mall or reducing the size of its store. It says Brookfield Properties, which owns Water Tower Place, referred a request for a comment to Macy's, which did not respond. Alderman Brian Hopkins, second ward, said Thursday he was aware Macy's was in negotiation with Brookfield Properties over the terms of its lease for several weeks, but wasn't sure of the status of those negotiations. All right. If Macy's does leave Water Tower Place, it would be a significant blow, and said Magnificent Mile Association Chairman Rich Gamble, speaking at Friday's news conference, which I believe Macy's is going to leave. Because you can only loot a store so many times until the owners are just like, you know what? It's just time to pack up and leave. And granted, a lot of these fancy stores, they got insurance. Yeah, sure they do. But it's just like anything else, you know, with any type of business, when you start to become a liability, then you got to cut whatever's costing you money. And with these insurance companies that are covering these retail outlet stores, these big high end places, eventually it's going to get to a point where these insurance companies are just like, you know what? We're not going to cover the cost of these dumbass niggas looting your store. Okay, you either pack up your place, close it down, and move to another spot, or we're not going to cover you again. And I'm sure it's getting to a point where a lot of people who have businesses have to make that choice. Now we want to go to something else where it talks about another big event happening here in Chicago. Where it says Navy Pier is going to have to shut down. Okay. Let's go to what's the Chicago Tribune again. All right, it says, with few visitors, Navy Pier closed down again to save money. It says Navy Pier will close again rather than fight for the comparatively few visitors willing to venture into the partially reopened lakeside destination amidst the boogeyman. All right. It says the human-made structure jutting into Lake Michigan and lined with restaurants, carnival rides, and cultural destinations, many of them still closed, will shut down September 8th. I guess that's after Labor Day, and stay shut until spring. That's next year, spring. I guess that, yeah, because we passed spring, so that's 2021. In order to save money and protect the attraction's long-term financial health, Pier officials announced Tuesday morning. It says we are only seeing about 15 to 20% of the attendance that we would typically see this time of year, which is also typically our busiest time of year, said Marilyn Gardner, Pier president and CEO. We need to do this now to get to the other side of the scamdemic. All right. And let's see. Anything else? It said our new business may open. However, the new 222-room Sable Hotel atop an existing Pier building is nearing completion, and Pier officials said it could go ahead and open while the rest of the pier is closed. All right. Restaurants, the developer of the property that will operate under the Curio Collection by Hamilton umbrella. Let's see if there's anything. Yep, 2021. Said Navy Pier's plan to go back into shutdown mode marks the most notable retreat by a Chicago institution in the battle to restart public life amid the economic devastation wrought by the boogeyman, which forced most city and state public spaces to close in mid-March in order to try to stop the spread of the virus. Hey, and that's all we need to read on here. And this just goes to show you that Chicago, like many other places in the United States, they're just through. All right. Let me see if I can get this one. Hopefully I spelled it right. Let me pause it and find it. All right, here we go. This is Isaiah 24:4. All right, and this completely describes not only what's happening in Chicago, but as I said before, what's happening in cities all across America. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Let me get the meaning of some of these words. Isaiah 24. Okay. They do languish. Languish. A maul. To be weak, to droop, to languish, to be exhausted. Of the heart, of the mind, to be weak, to droop, to be or grow feeble, to languish. By implication, to be sick, to mourn, to languish. So all the haughty people of the earth are weak and feeble. All right? They're sick. All right? And why are they sick? Because all the joy is being taken out of this place. All right? The more wickedness increases, all right, the worse things get. People become upset. All right? People start rioting, they start protesting, and eventually these things trickle down into the business area, into the economy. So far, so much to the point where people want to take their businesses away and they want to shut down. And now these folks are put in a situation where they want to go do something that brings them comfort or joy, but they can't go do it because stuff is shut down and businesses are going away. And I'm going to skip down to verse 7. It says, the new wine mourteth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. All right, because it's going to get harder to enjoy the little bit of life that you have left on this earth when all these businesses start leaving. Okay? What's going to happen when Larry Lightfoot shuts this thing down again? Because it is going to happen. All right, we just need one more really bad riot. What's going to happen when she shuts all this down? What's going to happen when all these major businesses start leaving downtown, start leaving the north side, the south side, the west side? You're going to have nothing, and there'll be nothing to do. Okay? It says, the mirth of the tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. Because when you go to Navy Pier, as I said before, you got all types of stuff down there. All right, they got restaurants. All right, they have the Ferris wheel. Some days they have movies, and then on certain days they have live shows. All right, but it's getting to the point where boogeyman, riots, okay, the city constantly being opened and shut down. All these things take their toll on the economy. All right, you have people that work at home every day of the week, and they might want to go downtown. They might just want to see something different. Okay, but they won't be able to because all these things are either shutting down or they're leaving Chicago altogether. All right, don't be surprised if in the very near future, hey man, somebody posted a video on YouTube of this guy that was just cruising down. I believe it was 45th Avenue in New York City, and all those shops were boarded up. Man, it looked like a ghost town. Like nobody had walked on those streets for months on end. Okay? That type of scenario is coming to Chicago very soon. And it says, they shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. And the reason why it's going to be bitter is because they're going to be, instead of using it as something to enjoy themselves and have a good time, it's going to be used as a, I don't know if you want to necessarily call it a, it's going to be used as a beverage to drown their sorrows in, to take away their pain. Which we all know that's true, because even the mainstream media has reported that these liquor stores that have been able to remain open during the scamdemic, all right, they can't keep liquor on the shelf. Not only that, you got a lot of people that are overdosing on pills and alcohol in their apartments in downtown Chicago, but that's not being reported. Okay, you have many people who are seeing what's going on in this country. You have a lot of people that have no hope in the future. You have a lot of people that can see what's going to be happening in the very near future. They can see the climax of this situation, and they see no hope in it. So the only thing that they're going to do is drink their sorrows away. Well, they're going to attempt to drink their sorrows away, all right? Because they can't deal with the reality that they have been sheltered from, all right? And that's poverty and depression. Let's continue, okay? It says, in the cities is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. It's smitten with financial destruction. Okay, you got Navy Pier closing down to 2021 so it can save money. And like I said, if you all have been to Chicago, Navy Pier is a huge tourist attraction. Hell, even people who live in the city come to Navy Pier on the weekend, all right, just to see the lake. I believe Navy Pier, at one time they used to shoot fireworks on, I'm trying to remember if it's Friday night or Saturday night. But nonetheless, you know, Navy Pier shoot off fireworks. You can get drinks down there, bring your lady, have a dinner, a few margaritas, some beer. And then around 9, 10 o'clock, watch the fireworks, go home. Man, you done had a good time. All right? But all these things are coming to an end. It served its time. And now because of that, guess what? All these people who will normally go to Navy Pier, they won't be there. They're going to try to find something else. And that's going to be hard to do, because just like Macy's in the water tower, they're going to be leaving. You're going to literally go outside to try to want to do something, and you will not be able to, because there won't be anything left. All right. And hey, man, it's a reality that many folks are very much unprepared for. But hey, if you're a man of the Lord, this is a beautiful thing. Hell, you can't wait for this stuff to speed up so we can get on out of here. All right, we're ready for this thing to be locked down again, because it's just time to go. It just really is just time to go. But hey, this is really beautiful news. You know, it just goes to show how these great cities that make up this so-called great country, America, just crumble literally right in front of your very own eyes. You know, it's a beautiful thing to see, because we know as this kingdom falls, you know, into more dire circumstances, hey, that means each day the nation of Yasharallah is on the uprising. So hopefully this was an edifying sit down. Until the next time, we're going to say shalom.